All right, here we are. Another roll reveal. This one is number 744. It's a 2000 Philadelphia roll. A 2000 Philadelphia original roll. We're going to open it up and see what's inside. Hopefully, we'll end up with some of those wide AMs. The design that was supposed to be used on business strike Lincoln cents only until 1992. And somehow we ended up reusing that design beginning in 1998 for 3 years. 98, 99, and 2000. Because the normal proof design for those years was the same as the 1992 design, it was the YDM design, a lot of people called these the proof reverse coins. There is no indication that actual proof dies were used to make these coins. It's just said that way because it's the same design as the proof dies. Other than that, I got nothing specific to say except let's get started. Looks like a pretty fresh roll. I'm going to start with Stan, see what Stan gets. Be watching this for double dies on the obverse and the reverse, as well as the wide AM. I'm looking for markers. A lot of this that you see can't be used as markers because they're individual to the planchet. They're zinc bubbles, blisters that show up in the design. That one is a normal close AM. Close AM and wide AM design can be a little confusing to people. The initials, half the time most people don't know the difference. Sometimes with die polishing, the A and the M have a little separation between them and people get confused about that. One way to find the AMs and never get confused is to look at the TAT in states. If your A is moved over toward the right just a little bit, it is the more modern close AM design. If it is evenly spaced between the two T's in states, then it is the older wide AM design. Got a video on that here on YouTube, as do I with a number of other issues and changes and just educational marks about the Lincoln cent in general. IT, second coin in the roll. Where are we? There we are. Not a double die in the date area or in Liberty. Then on the obverse altogether. And on the reverse, another close AM. I can remember at one point in time, probably in 2006 or 7, being given a 2000 roll of Lincolns, and 40 of the coins in that roll were the wide AMs. Didn't know at the time just what that would turn out to mean. I think they were sold at $1 or $2 a piece. So yeah, they kind of went a little cheap. But back then it was difficult to get anyone to pay attention. It's difficult to get anyone to really be aware that there is something going on here that is not normal. Slightly later die state, still the same design. Still nothing. Good morning, Eric. Going to be having a roll reveal show this evening. I know I'm going to put up 4 rolls. I don't know which ones yet. I believe Eric will probably also be placing some rolls up for spots. Got one for Richard here. Oh, big old die crack. That's pretty interesting. It's going to be the close AM design. Eric's going to be doing 4 rolls, 1992 Philly, a 1958D, 1945S, and 1960D. I've had one request. It was for a 1941 Philadelphia, and I haven't looked yet to see if I have one that I can open. I did time out my sleep last night. I got 4 hours and 37 minutes of sleep. That's why I'm going to be napping for a little while after these shows are done. In fact, I'm thinking I might just be able to nap for an hour or more before I have to get back up and take care of getting packages to the post office. I've got quite a bit of mail to send out. People counting on me across the country. I packed some stuff up on Saturday and put it in the post box late on Saturday. It'll be going out today. And then I've got a carload of stuff to send out today. Are you talking about 1941, Eric? Yeah, I don't. 41 is not something I typically see, so not really promising much about that one. I will look, but if we do get to a 1941 roll, they're going to be easily $10 a coin, if not more. And I won't be able to do the reveal until the spots are filled. But 41 Philly, for a roll that's not been dug through, a 41 Philly could provide a lot of really nice goodies. Chances are indeed there. $51 Philly? Yeah, I've got $51 Philly. I have both rolls and singles. The heck is that? Is that normal, Eric? That column 1 doubled on the inside like that? I can't remember if that's a normal thing or not. Different for sure. have to put that one aside for the time being. I don't look at 2000 all that much. So, seeing design, what I think could be design issues. Okay, see, that one has it too. So, it's just me. It's just me. Eric, I'm going to get these shows wrapped up, and then I'll make you a box today. Ship it off today. We got 9 rolls, I believe. 3 from last week and 6 from this week. Eric needs a single. Sergeant First Class needs a single. 1951 Philadelphia. Should I be a nice guy and provide? I think I'll be a nice guy. Mark Thomas. It's this one. I don't see anything. So I flip it over and take a look. We're 14 coins in. Haven't seen anything yet, but I mean, the norm is the game, right? I mean, that's what we're generally playing. Number 15, DC. Tell you what, Eric, I'll just send it to you. Kinomai, good morning. Number 16 now. IT. Reasonably sure that we have not skipped over anything. We're on coin number 17 upcoming. So it seems as though I could probably just start flipping over to the reverse and check the reverse for that white AM, and nobody would hit me for not looking at the obverses. Here's one for Crispy. That's kind of ugly. That's just kind of how that coin came out. Sometimes it's a good thing when you don't get a variety, because then you don't have a coin that is a problem coin that would be valuable. Notice the key phrase there, would be. I had a person raise concern in the comments of one of our recent reveals about my not wearing gloves. He was a new subscriber and thought that it was discouraging that I not be wearing gloves during the reveals. Let me explain something, and it might clear things up a little bit. Generally speaking, if you wash your hands really well, with an antibacterial soap that'll dry your skin as you're washing the soap off, and let your hands thoroughly dry before digging into any coin rolls, you are less likely to have problems with the coins with your bare hands than you would with gloved hands. And the reason for that is because the gloved hands cover your fingers, your fingertips, and you can't feel nearly as well. And when you get just a little tiny bit of diabetic neuropathy in your arms, you can't really feel a whole lot of anything detailed in your hands anyway. And coins are quite detailed. They're very small in size. And so the mere idea that I'm supposed to be able to pick coins up with one hand that's gloved is, well, a shocking near impossibility. So please consider, when you're telling people that they should be wearing gloves, try to get into the educational mode. Try to understand the situation first. It's all right, Eric. I'll just, what I'll do, Eric Beyer, is I'm going to flip up a 51 and stick it in with the 2023 roll. When I send it to you, you can just put it in SFC's bin and send it to him. My little freebie. It's not charity. It's not a giveaway. It's just one that's not worth all the time and energy to go through making an invoice and paying an invoice. The coin's mostly 22Ds. That sets you back a little as far as time is concerned. I was seeing something I want to check on this real quick. Okay. Looked like things were leaning just a little bit, and like I might have some notching at the bottom of Liberty, but I don't see anything, so we're just going to keep moving. Keep on keeping on. Or as we used to say back in our day in the 70s, we're eastbound and hammer down. Let's keep on trucking. About an infection in her thumbs. What's that all about? Dirty water. No luck in this roll, unfortunately. You know what we're looking for. And you know it's unlikely, but hey, yeah, it never hurts to look. I had a friend give me a roll one time that had 40 white AMs in it, a 2000 roll. Looked very much like this one. So I said, oh, why not? Let's check and see. Plus, everyone's going to end up with a nice 2000 Lincoln Cent out of the deal. Mr. Fletcher. pretty safe to say we've been running over the same dead horse for a while now. We're over half done with the roll. Haven't seen one yet. Well, kid of mine, that's why you wash your hands. I wash my hands between every reveal. My hands are so dry, they're liable to flake up like lizard skin and fall off. You go from people that wash their hands 3 times, maybe 4 times a day, to someone like me who doesn't, I don't obsess about it. It's not like an OCD thing that I wash my hands. I wash my hands out of concern for the coins. Trying to be as safe to the coins as I can be. As for infection or anything like that from coins, you'd actually have to give it plenty of time to soak in, which means you'd have to go the whole day without washing your hands, and I think that is equally as crass. Money is dirty, but soap is clean. Mr. McCumber, and I'm really starting to suffer. I'm about to fall out of my chair tired. I think I'm going to end up having to shove the other shows forward by an hour or 2. We've got 5:30 reveal by Eric coming up today. I don't remember seeing what kind of roll it was, but then we've got the roll reveal show this evening at 7. I unfortunately am not sure that I'm going to have a choice. I don't know that I could stay awake for another reveal right now. That damn diabetes, it's when it wants to attack, it just zaps everything you've got. As you can't think about anything other than sitting down and resting. And of course, like for my case, mine is to sit down and sleep. Especially since I only got 4.5 hours of sleep overnight. My loving thanks to PTSD and the United States Air Force. But yeah, that chapter in my life is still with me. Eric has a 59D roll coming up, and diabetes sucks. Yes, it does. Literally, it zaps my energy, so it does suck. Sucks everything out of me. I think so that I can actually pay attention, and so that we can have fun with the roll, I'm going to push my other 2 shows for today forward by a couple of hours. Just make it easier on everybody. And I apologize for the inconvenience of splitting them up like that, but I guess nobody really ever expected me to do them all in a marathon stretch. That's my pressure on myself. So I will relieve a bit of the pressure. And have myself a bit of a rest here, as I do need it. That missing sleep from the overnight has finally come back to hit me square in the arse. Little halo over Lincoln's head there. He has all the answers, Mr. Lincoln does. But that's my response to the gentleman who commented on an earlier show and said, in other words, that it was basically appalling that I don't wear gloves while I'm doing my roll searches. I also don't wear a mask because I speak into a microphone. So I do these things because the neuropathy I have in my hands and the slight bit of arthritic pain that I have in my hands disallows me from being able to handle coins with gloves on. Very clumsy that way, and my clumsiness isn't something that just happened one time. I've been there before. And I'm experiencing it now, so I'm surprised I even make sense. It's coin 38 now for Stanhorn. Hang on just a second here. Let me see what I got going on. Oh, blood sugar's all right. Just tired. Actually, my blood sugar went quite high overnight. That's part of what woke me up. You ever wake up tired? I mean, you wake up and it's like, I really want to go back to sleep. You know that feeling? It's like your body's just itching to say no. Don't get up. You don't want to get up. This isn't the time for you to get up. But you do anyway. Well, by golly, I'm like that about 3 days every week. It's getting better. It's not where I want it to be, but it's getting better. Kind of got screwed up a little bit by having a sensor in my arm that was not behaving properly and was telling me I had much lower blood sugar than I actually did. So here my blood sugar's crashing down into the low 50s, and I'm stuffing muffins in my face trying to bring my blood sugar up. And, well, I was basically bringing my sugar from the 120s, 130s up into the 200s when I thought I was bringing it from 50 up to 100. I'm like, man, this diabetes thing sucks. I don't want to eat cereal right now. I don't even really like rice. And rice is absolutely horrible for diabetics. Here's one for Sissy. Trust me, I know about that carb spike thing. Yeah, you always have to wonder when every time you eat pasta, you have to take a nap. Pasta's not full of tryptophan, so what's going on? And then you find out, oh, that's my blood sugar doing that. First time I measured my blood sugar, it was over 400. So I'm not all that. Wow, I thought I wasn't all that bad. Are you sure this thing's reading right? .400 blood sugar. And I know it's been even higher. I can tell you the big kicker was drinking alcohol. I drink alcohol and I'd virtually pass out from drinking 2 alcoholic drinks. 2, 3. Once in a while I make it to 4. But man, when I pass out, I am hard out. And people thought I couldn't handle my liquor, and that's not the case. What's the case is I can't handle, my diabetes can't handle the liquor. I'm diabetic, and so am I. Coin 45 now. Coin number 45 is for Taco John. And Taco John. It's another normal one. Got something, that's just abrasion. Okay. Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. It's still just abrasion. I thought that was die cracks running up the column there. Oh. Yeah, the finger stick things can be variable too, I understand. The best way to do it is to use both and take an average. Although, I don't practice my own preaching. I don't like sticking my finger. This thing I inject in my arm is a little different. You don't feel it after the first 30 seconds, usually. The first one I put in, I somehow got it into a spot in my arm where it still hurts today. I must have hit a nerve or something, because this was January, early January when I started this, like the 15th of January. And so we're nearing the middle of March, so it's almost 2 months ago. And my arm still hurts from that stick. There's one for Jim. And it's another close AM. And coin 49 to Chuck Patillo. Looks like this roll's going to turn out to be nothing out of the ordinary, but we couldn't have known it without opening. You gotta do it if you want to know. And now number 50. Paul Hampton. Well, you thought this might be a good roll, but now you know the rest of the story. All right, I'm going to postpone my other shows until early afternoon. I'll get myself a nap so I feel better, and then I'll get up and be all chipper and chirpy again. So, think I'm going to do it at 1 and 2 o'clock. 1 and 2 o'clock for the remaining 2 reveals for today. But I appreciate it, folks. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you a little bit later in the day.